Are you ready for a bigger paycheck? The U.S. Treasury says 90% of wage earners will likely see higher take-home pay. On Friday, the Treasury Department and the IRS released new withholding guidelines. This is in response to changes in the tax law enacted last month. The guidelines require employers to use these new rates no later than February 15th. Individual taxpayers are not required to make any changes right now, but later this year, the IRS is also expected to revise the W-4 form. It's a lot of stuff, and it could be confusing.
Yeah.
Our money man, Dan Riccado, joins us on the couch.
I'm counting my pay raise. We're getting a pay raise starting next month. I love it.
We all are?
90% of Americans will see we'll see a bigger paycheck starting in February. But as you said, Lauren, there's the possibility that what we're taking out of our paycheck, that tax withholding, may be incorrect, because while President Trump and the Republicans gave us this tax cut, they didn't give us a whole bunch of time to figure out the withholding, at least from an employer standpoint, to get it right. So we have to do a little homework, you and I, to make sure that it's going to be correct.
Tell me what the homework is,
Here's the deal. So the more complicated your tax situation, the more homework you're going to want to do. But basically, starting next month's paycheck, you want to make sure that you're withholding enough federal tax so that when you do your taxes next year in 2018, you haven't under-withheld, meaning you owe money. Or the other thing is you don't really want to get back a big refund. While that sounds great, all you're doing is lending the government money interest-free for a year. Really? So you try to want to match it so that they're taking out, your employer, Fox, right, is taking out enough each 2 weeks when we get paid to make sure that come next April, we don't owe too much, and really we don't want to get too much back because, again, we don't want to lend the government money all year long.
I keep reading about some online calculator.
Yeah, so that's the good news. In about 2 weeks' time, the IRS will have an online calculator. Go to irs.gov, check it out. You'll be able to put in your salary. And it will tell you exactly how much you should be taking out of your paycheck every couple weeks so that come next April, it's not a big problem.
I didn't know 90% of people would see an increase. That's kind of good.
So the estimate is about 90%. The average household is going to see about a $1,700 extra paycheck this year. So about another $1,700 that you and I will have to play around with this year.
I like that. That's enough for a vacation, a handbag. Okay. Just kidding. Speaking of all these luxuries, you heard about my friend down in Florida. He's not really my friend.
He will be now.
He should be now. So he wins the lottery, 20 years old, $450 million. He takes the lump sum, so I think he gets around $281 million. Dan, we always usually hear about retired people, older, 20. So Candace yesterday, our producer, says he can buy a bar and can't even buy a drink.
Yeah, I've got a 20-year-old daughter. Hey, buddy, Julia. So here's the deal. After tax, he'll come home with about $200 million. The good news is he lives in the state of Florida, so there's no state income tax, as you know, because you were in Florida for a long time.
6 years.
Right? But he will pay federal tax, so he'll walk away with about $200 million when it's all said and done. And that puts him in the league of, you know, Rihanna, Britney Spears, Tom Brady, who we might be visiting with soon. Right? Those sort of celebs.